Okay, we're going to jump it right into here because we're going to be talking about goals. A lot of people set New Year's goals, but let me just tell you there's a new day, a new month, and a new week happening all the time. There's a new day today. So you can set goals at any time of the year, not just for New Year's Day. So we're going to talk about a sticky note way to make your goals stick. Is that simple enough? All right, so we're going to think about yearly goals. Now you can start your yearly goals in the middle of the year. It doesn't matter, just within a year. Yearly goals usually work out well because your brain can understand what a year is. If you go 5 years, you're not sure what's going to happen in 2 years, so your brain kind of starts checking out. But within a year, your brain starts to think about what is possible. So start with a yearly goal and make sure it's something that is measurable. In other words, your brain doesn't understand something that says lose weight, but your brain does understand something that says lose 24 pounds by the end of the year or lose 24 pounds in a year. Okay, because your brain is concrete. It doesn't understand the abstract things. You can understand the abstract things, but your brain can't grasp those things. It grasps concrete ideas. So if you set a goal to lose weight, you're going to lose the idea of losing weight because you don't have a concrete goal. Same thing happens in business. You can't just say, I want to make more money. Your brain has to understand that you're going to earn $100,000 by the end of the year, or $1 million, whatever that number is. By the way, we're going to go over goals for health first, but stay tuned if you're a business person. I know business people watch our videos a lot because we are going to cover business. At the end of this video, it's going to be a little bit different track, but stay through this whole process because I want you to understand how goals work. Okay? When you're setting goals, I suggest getting some sticky notes, and I always like to use multiple colors for different sections. I'm a visual person. That helps me. If you want to buy a big bunch of just yellow ones, that's fine. Get whatever brand you want. You can get them at the dollar store. They're really inexpensive. You can use index cards if you want to do that. I like sticky notes because I can put them on my wall. I can put them on my monitor. I can put them on my bathroom mirror. I can put them wherever I want to put them to remind myself of my goals. Okay, so on one color, you're going to put your year, and on the other color, you're going to put your month's goals. It's simple enough. If you have the same color, just put year and put your goal for your month below the year one. It's really easy to do, of course. You've got a brain, use it. Okay, so at the end, you're going to have 12 monthly goals and you're going to have one yearly goal. So for instance, if I want to lose 24 pounds, that's my yearly goal. But I'm going to have 12 monthly goals. So how would I break that down? Well, I use the number 24 on purpose because 24 divided by 12 months is going to be 2 pounds a month. That's simple enough, right? So we're going to take each month to reach our goal. So 24 pounds is 2 pounds for January. So that's all we got to do. So if we want to lose 24 pounds this year, all we have to focus on is losing 2 pounds in January. Now you can say I can lose a quarter pound, half pound, excuse me, in each week of the month, but let's just stick to the monthly goal because it's easier to grasp with that number of 2 pounds. Okay, so what are you going to do? You're going to have 4 weeks in that month, approximately. You may have 5 weeks some months, but that's okay. In general, you're going to have 4 weeks for a month. So what are you going to do on those 4 weeks that'll help you lose those 2 pounds? That's the way your mind has to think. Your mind has to think concretely. It's going to lose 2 pounds, so it's got to do a specific task. Now, here's where a lot of people get lost because they start an exercise program and they start eating protein and they start cutting down this and cutting down that and cutting down this and doing all these different habits. Well, the catch is if you want to reach your goals, stick to one habit at a time. You hear me there? One habit at a time. In other words, if I'm going to lose 2 pounds this month, I need to do one habit and make that an entire habit for the entire month. So this habit, for instance, in January is to drink a glass of water 20 to 30 minutes before you eat. It's that simple. Okay, so think about this. All you have to do for the entire month of January is drink a single glass of water 20 to 30 minutes before you eat. Now you may start the first week, you may just do it at supper time. And then the next week you do it at right when you get up, you drink a glass of water before you have breakfast, and then you do it at supper time. Or you can do it in between times, okay? So try to do it every day, and then you're going to check off those days. So you're going to have a blue post-it for each week, and you're going to post that somewhere, and when you do the drink a glass of water that day, you're going to put an X there. So you're going to want to have those 7 X's for each week. That's a simple task. If you drink a glass of water 20, 30 minutes before you eat, for the entire month, I guarantee you're going to lose 2 pounds because we are a society that doesn't drink a lot of water. And when you start putting these small tasks in place, it is doable. Instead of trying to lose 24 pounds this month and going in some kind of crazy fad diet, just stick to one thing at a time. So your first habit, if you want to lose 2 pounds, is to drink a glass of water 20, 30 minutes before you eat your meal. Now, that's your first habit. So what about February? Okay, so February, we still want to lose 2 pounds, right? Well, we're going to continue to drink our water because we've already started that habit, but we're going to have to add a second habit on top of that. Okay, this is stacking your habits so that you build a healthy lifestyle. It's not about trying to do 500 things at once. Again, one thing at a time. Have one goal and one action towards that goal every day. That's why you have little checkoff sheets. So I'm going to suggest you walk 20 minutes a day. That could be walking around your block, it could be walking up and down your block. If you can't do 20 minutes, stick to 10 minutes. Do some kind of exercise, some kind of physical activity for 20 minutes. Now, let me just be honest with you. If you've never done exercise and you're really, really badly out of shape, do 5 minutes 4 times a day. Do 5 minutes when you get up, 5 minutes in the middle of the day, 5 minutes before you eat supper. I mean, just break it up. It doesn't all have to be at one time. The key is to begin to move. So you're going to start drinking water as your first habit. You do that in January. Then February, you create some kind of habit. And again, you're going to check those off a day at a time. Okay, it is that simple. If you want to stick to your goal, have one goal and do one action towards that goal each month. It's simple. You've got to get it in your head. If you want to do something, you've got to have it work. Now, there are other habits, and I'm going to share some other habits with you, but before I share these, I want to make sure you understand, don't try to do all these at once. Just do one new habit a month. So January, I've got it set up for you. February, I've got it set up for you. And now here's some other habits you can do. You can add a salad, or you can make a salad one of your meals each day. Do 60 seconds of exercise before you eat. Get your metabolism kicked up. Maybe you need exercise 20 minutes additional every day. In other words, you can do some strength training, use some weights, or do some yoga, or whatever it is you do. And start cooking your meals at home and avoid frying. These are habits that you can add any month of the year. Just do them one at a time. Replace any of your snacks with healthy snacks. In other words, instead of getting chips, get some healthy nuts. Instead of getting candy, get some fruits. Begin to replace your snacks with healthiness. Get 8 hours of sleep. Did you know sleep is very important to your health and especially to your weight loss? Your body has to go through cycles, and if you get enough sleep, it's going to help your metabolism set up in its proper habits. And something simple as eating off a smaller plate can also help. Now, these are health ideas. Now, we're going to switch gears in just a minute, but I want you to think about this. I don't want you to stick to diets. I don't want you to go into the year trying to be this diet or that diet, or comparing which diet's the best, or doing this detox or this multivitamin or whatever, those kind of things. That's not the key. The key is not to get to diets, but the key is to have a healthy lifestyle. If you want to lose weight this year, focus on having a healthy lifestyle. Don't focus on the diet. Your healthy lifestyle will build into having a healthy diet as you build your habits each month. Hopefully that makes sense. Go on my blog. I've got a little bit of different layout of this so you can see it differently, and I'll have a few more of these things. And if you need some ideas, there's a thing called Stack 52, and they have a weight loss section, and I'll talk about that in my blog, so you can go to my blog and read it. There'll be a link below this video. Now, I want you to stay tuned, because if you're a business person, which most of the people watching this hopefully are, we're going to take a little bit different attachment and look at our goals for business, because goals for business are slightly different. Okay, so let's just start with the basics. We start with the same yearly and monthly goals, but our weekly goals are going to have daily tasks. Okay, instead of having just one thing you're going to do every day, as a business owner, you have multiple gears, multiple things going on all the time, so you're going to have to do those on a regular basis. Okay, here's the key to doing business differently. We must have a purpose. In other words, if your business did not exist, would the world matter? Does that make sense? In other words, if your business didn't exist, would anybody's life be worse or better because of it? Find your purpose. Find that reason that you are existing as a business owner and as a business, and how you're impacting the lives of others. If you begin to get that in your mind on how you're impacting the life of others, then you're going to have a stronger way of setting goals and doing what you need to do. Now, we need to understand priority when we do that. Now, notice I said priority, not priorities. Okay, the word priority originally was not a multi-thing. It was a single thing. You have a single priority. So if you have that purpose, how are you impacting the lives of someone else? If you find that one purpose, that is your priority, and everything surrounds around it. Everything flows into that one purpose. Now, I'm going to take a little bit of sidebar because I want to talk about this priority grid. And you've probably have seen these kind of things, right? You have this urgent to not urgent, important and unimportant. A lot of us get stuck over here in these kind of things. You know, we have emails and texts and Facebook and all those kind of things. We may get an email from somebody that's irate or something, so that's going to be urgent, but maybe not as important as it needs to be. And so which one do we spend our time in? We want to spend our time here, right? Urgent and important? Wrong. This is where we're putting out fires. If we begin to plan our lives out correctly, then we're going to start spending more time over here, because the more time we spend on important stuff and not urgent, planning our priorities and our purpose, priority and purpose, the more time we spend planning that, the less of these happen. Okay, these will happen every once in a while, but if you plan these out and you set up your business, your lifestyle correctly, you'll have the energy you need to handle these when they do pop up, but they'll pop up less because you're planning properly. There's a lot of P's in there, isn't it? Okay, so this is a priority grid. That was just a simple thing. Let's talk about just simple. 100K a year, it could be $1 million a year. It doesn't matter what the number is. I'm just using numbers that makes it easy for me to do these things, okay? So let's say your main yearly goal is to earn $100,000 this year. Maybe you earn an additional $100,000 this year. Okay, so in January, you need to earn $10,000. And let's say that you have a $2,000 client base. So you have to get 5 customers. So how do you do that? Well, we need to look at what we're doing. Okay, so first off, in our weekly goals, now notice we're going to have multiple goals in our week, because each of our entire month is going to be this whole thing. Okay, so our weekly goals, we can't just focus on one thing at a time, but when we do focus on that one thing at a time, it builds into the others. So we have to have 10 leads, because let's say that we have a 50% ratio. I know that's unreasonable, but let's just say we do. So that means you're going to close 5 deals. You're going to deliver 5 of your deliverables, whether it's a service or a product, and then you're going to follow up with all 10 of those people. So each month, this is your goal, to get 5 customers. It may be 100 leads. It may be 20 leads. I don't know your ratios. We're just going to stick to simplicity here. Okay, so let's say that these are our monthly goals, is to do these things. So each week, we're going to evaluate whether we've done these specific things. So how do we do that? Well, we do that by setting up daily tasks. Now, I've just picked up 5 of them. You can pick up 7. I suggest only having 5 to 6, personally. If you have more than 5 or 6 daily tasks, you're spreading yourself out thin. You need to delegate something. All right, learn to delegate, learn to get other people involved in your business, and you do the tasks that make you the most money. That's the Pareto principle, the 80-20 rule, however you want to call that. Okay, so let's just talk about this real quickly. So let's say your first hour of your day, you do some kind of marketing. You may run an ad, it could be a newspaper, it could be on Facebook, whatever. So your first hour of the day, you're focused on marketing. In other words, getting your words out there, because you have to get those leads. You can't contact people if you don't have leads. It's that simple. Second, maybe you're calling your prospects. So every day you commit to calling 10 prospects. And you can't do that if you haven't done the first task, right? So maybe your first couple of weeks you're doing additional marketing and information out there so that you can get those 10 prospects. Maybe you need to write a thank you note. So every day you take time to thank an employee, a worker, another vendor, somebody you're networking with, whatever it is. You begin to put these tasks into place in your life on a daily basis. You're going to follow up with prospects and customers, and you're going to ask for referrals and testimonies. These are things you can do every day of every week once you get your system going. Now, these are just basic generals. I don't care if you're a plumber, an auto salesperson, or an internet marketing person, or whatever. These things could go all over the place. I'm trying to be as general as possible. But keep in mind, you have to have specific daily tasks, and don't go in there checking your email, checking Facebook first thing in the day. Do these things first, get them done, and then go do those, because email is somebody else's agenda calling out to you. You may say, well, my business is run on email. Well, you need to work on that. You may need to get an assistant to help you go through your email and send you only the important things and communicate with you that way. Okay, you're setting up a system to help you do better. If you're going to reach your goals in business, you have to take action. It's that simple. Taking action means setting up specific daily tasks that you know you need to do. Again, not the urgent things that are crying out for your attention, but the planning things, the things that will make your business grow overall, because you're focused on that one purpose. All right, so let's break it down real quickly. Simple. Start with yearly goals. Break those yearly goals into monthly goals because you have a singular purpose. Set a single priority and set daily tasks that meet that priority in your business. Okay? Specific daily tasks are the backbones of creating yearly goals that stick. This is where people get lost in business. They go after the next shiny thing, or they're adding this or they're adding that. That's why a lot of people do business coaches, because business coach helps them focus specifically on what it is they need done. They help them with those daily tasks. So make sure you're getting the daily tasks in place in your business. Here's what Einstein said. It's not that I'm so smart, it's just that I stay with problems longer. Do your daily tasks, set up exactly what you need to do, and stick to them, because those fundamentals will grow your business. Football players catch the football. Football players tackle dummies. Those are the fundamentals. They do them every day. They don't have to go beyond that. When you learn those fundamentals and you stick those daily tasks, you'll know exactly what you need to do. Now, if I can help you in any way, please contact me. You can go to my blog, lylehuddleston.com. You go to the contact page. There'll be a link below this video. If you're on YouTube, go ahead and message me or right below this video, or you can subscribe and keep up with these videos. We're going to be sharing other videos. Please tell me your ideas and some things you want to hear about, and we'll talk more about it. Go to my blog, go to my contact page. I'd love to hear from you. I just love to hear your concepts. If you have questions, comments, I'm totally open for those things. So please contact me, and I look forward to hearing from you. In the meantime, go out, set your goals, and make them a reality this year. I believe in you. Now you got to believe in yourself. I'll see you on the other side.